Hello there, my beautiful friends. It's Tania Gabrielle here, Wealth Astro-Numerologist. Welcome to Star Codes, the forecast where we look at a celestial event coming up in the stars and numbers, that is, astrology and numerology, to help us navigate what the upcoming energy intensification brings to us on Earth. And in this case, it's a special subject because it involves all the planets, each one. And that is that starting on January 22nd until April 21st, 2023, all planets will be moving direct, which means there will be no planets in retrograde motion. And that's a 3-month period, so it is extremely rare. And sometimes there are years where it never happens where all planets are in direct motion. In fact, that's more than likely the case most years. So to have a 3-month period is pretty astounding. So let's start from the beginning. On January 21st, we have the amazing Aquarius new moon, which is a supermoon, which means the moon is very close to Earth, so it's even more magnified. And that Aquarius new moon on the 21st of January is ruled by Uranus. Uranus governs Aquarius. Now, as it happens, hours later on the 22nd, Uranus stations direct. So this moment of all planets moving forward is very much accentuating, magnifying the Aquarian, Uranian themes, which are freedom, breakthroughs, breaking away, being independent, coming together as a community, listening to your inner genius, listening to your intuition, your inspiration. And let's also not forget that 2 personal planets, Mars and Mercury, just stationed direct prior to the Aquarius new moon. Mars on January 12th, Mars, our libido, our energy, our drive, our forward momentum, our passion. And then Mercury, which is all about communication, and also the ability to relate to others, to listen to others, to have a sense of humor, to look at 2 sides of the coin, and the lower mind, the thoughts that are practical. Mercury stationed direct on the 18th. So January 12th, January 18th, January 22nd. Those are the final 3 planets. And it's amazing because the number 22 is bridging the year that we just left, 2022, into 2023. So 22 is a master number of peace. It's called the architect of peace, and it is very much about stability, being grounded, not moving too fast. And now we have all these planets moving direct starting on the 22nd of January. And it's actually 89 days total that they will be stationing all in direct motion. And it indicates fast movement, forward momentum. So really the opposite of last year and the number 22. Now we are in 2023, and 23 is a fast-moving number. It reduces to 5. 5 is all about experimentation, quick decisions, moving fast, getting an idea of how different perspectives feel, communicating, being with many people, exploring, and especially freedom. So this couldn't have happened at a better time in terms of both the astrology and the numerology. Basically, when all planets go direct in a year like 2023, which adds up to 7, and 7 is also related to faster movement because it's the lightning strike of inspiration. In a year where they come together in this way, things are going to move rapidly because nothing will be blocking you. Now, keep in mind that all the planets, if you look at the actual astrology moment where Uranus stations direct on the 22nd of January, you'll notice that the planets seem to be bunched on one side of the circle, the astrology chart, and that means that they are all in the same 6 to 7 signs throughout these next 3 months. There's nothing changing except the moon, of course, which traverses through all 12 signs every 27 and a half days. So this bunching up of planets also can indicate that the momentum will be more contained because we're not having the full spectrum experience of the full circle, the full 12 signs. So that means if you are moving forward and you feel the forward momentum and you want more, it will ask you to uncover something that you may have forgotten. So you're moving forward, you feel like the sense of freedom, and then you realize, oh, but there's still something I need to see on this topic that I have been dealing with for the last 3 years or so. And that's really the key here is to not leave any stone unturned, because come the next couple of years, as we move into the end of 2024 and then 2025, that's really where the incredible planetary shift on Earth will occur because of every slow-moving planet changing signs at that point. This is a precursor year, 2023, because we have several slow-moving planets changing signs, and it's all leading up to a couple years from now. So we're getting a taste, but we also still need to stop and take note of what it is we may have forgotten along the way or need to still reconsider and make sure that we uncover make sure every stone is turned so that we get the full perspective, the full story before we can actually undergo that incredible birthing process. So you'll definitely feel ready to move forward, and you'll be able to much more than before, especially the last 3 years. You'll still need to uncover things, but with no retrogrades for the next 3 months, we have an opportunity to make significant changes in our lives and to grow exponentially. Remember that with these opportunities, these beautiful opportunities, we can harness the energy in a way that allow things to happen at lightning speed, which is the Uranian Aquarian theme that starts off this 3-month period. So harnessing the energy is directly related to how much you actually listen to your intuition, and also is important to be very clear on your intentions, to set intentions in a very conscious way about what it is that you want. Allow the universe to bring you the full experience. So it's always a surprise at how it shows up. So the point is you set the intention of what you want, and then it shows up in the best way for your highest good. So, but be very clear on those intentions. Because the energy moves rapidly, you don't want to miss out, and you also don't want to feel overwhelmed. Because whatever you choose to focus on, if you're not clear about it, then it will show up in a way that maybe wasn't intended, right? Then the unconscious mind in you will actually be the director as opposed to you consciously doing the directing. And that's the thing about forward-moving planets is the energy can be very exciting, but it can also be overwhelming at the same time because they're all moving forward. So you need to stay in control of that ship, of that car, or whatever vehicle you want to call it, and not allow your mind to spin out of control when viewing the various options. And there will be many options and many opportunities and many possibilities that show up. And so you don't want your mind to go out of control when you look at all those options that are available to you at each moment. And so to align yourself with the highest potential during this cosmic window of time, it's essential that you stay grounded in your body. So you really want to commit now to practices that allow you to stay connected to your body and connected to your breathing, your breath, so that you can fully utilize this incredible energy that is being made available to all of us. And at times it may feel like you're being pulled in many different directions because of this immense forward momentum, right? Even though it's contained in a few signs in your chart, so 3 or 4 houses are really impacted because they are bunched up, these planets, it's still going to move forward. And so you will be revisiting topics because of the bunching up of planets, but you will be setting yourself free from those topics. And that's really the key point. Uranus and Aquarius start this all off, and the freedom part of it is huge. Now, there's another sign we're going to look at as well in a moment that plays a major role. So first, remind yourself of what's most important to you right now. And if you feel overwhelmed about the unexpected opportunities, just remember you may be tempted to say yes to most everything that shows up because it represents potential and you don't want to feel like you missed out. But it's important to not overextend yourself and make sure that you are aligned, first of all, to the energy that you're choosing, number one, and number two, that you can sustain any commitments that come along with you choosing to partake in that particular frequency over the next 6 months or so. So be aware that everything will feel very exciting. It will have sort of that excitement spin to it, but that can wear off if it's not really meant to be in your life. So tune into that incredible intuition, right? That is really your magic wand. And it's going to be very exciting no matter what. January started sort of slow because we had Mercury and Mars, 2 personal planets, retrograde on New Year's Day. So, and they didn't change directions until going into the 2nd, 3rd week of January. And now that all the cosmic bodies are going to be in forward motion, you feel called. Your destiny is calling you, and you're really going to feel that. So enjoy it. Enjoy the inspiration that comes with that calling. And just remember to ground your body through deep breathing, through connecting with nature, going outside, being very clear about your intentions, and to know that anything is possible. Now, on January 22nd, the day that Uranus, the final planet, stations direct, Venus conjunct Saturn. And this is an amazing segue into also the other important sign that is playing a huge role over this next 3-month period. So Venus conjunct Saturn is an amazing way to start these 3 months because it is about true love that lasts, about loyalty and integrity and trust and commitment and responsibility and learning to take care of your emotional needs and nurturing your artistic nature, your creativity, not restricting how you feel, not restricting how you want to express yourself, but using your imagination in a structured way. So having a platform to channel your amazing creativity and imagination into. So you don't want to suppress your creativity. Your intimate relationships, whether they're platonic or romantic, will take on a more serious tone, but it is all to create a secure, long-lasting connection. So any healthy relationships that you are in are going to bring much more closeness. And then we have the incredible second part of this star code, and that's the numerology part. So on April 21st, Mercury will station retrograde at 15 degrees Taurus. Well, on January 22nd, Uranus stationed direct at 14 degrees Taurus. Now, this is amazing that these two planets that start and end the 3-week period of time, this window, are literally stationing 1 degree from each other. I mean, they're 360 degrees in the zodiac. Like, the chances of that happening are pretty slim. So 14 degrees Taurus begins, 15 degrees Taurus ends, and it's the middle of Taurus, so it's showing the pivot point. Every sign has 30 degrees, so this is the right smack in the middle of Taurus. So it shows that we are in the middle of a shift. It's extra powerful because it shows that there is forward momentum, but also shifting energy. So it's changing direction. It's a pivot point. 14 is the media number, so it means there will be a lot revealed via communication channels, and that will accelerate the awakening process. Uranus and Aquarius are all about awakening, and our 7 universal year in 2023 is the Great Awakening number. So Taurus in itself is the sign of what you value in your life. And it represents not just monetary value and financial flow and wealth and pleasure, but also your actual values. What it is you consciously and unconsciously infuse with your time and energy because you value it most. And so a lot will become clear to you over the next 3 months about what is most valuable to pursue and dedicate your life to. And then you will get a lot of feedback regarding how you look at not just a sense of having a good income, but what does wealth mean to you? What does abundance mean to you? Is it just dollar signs or whatever signs in terms of your currency? Or is it a energetic currency? Is it an energetic exchange of the current moment? You see, that is where we need to look at language and understand that when we use the word currency and only in the context of money, we leave out all the other layers and hidden meanings of that word. It literally is like a current of a river, a current in an ocean, a flow. And it is also the present moment, the current moment. So the flow can only be felt in the current moment. And that is the true value of Taurus, is to be grounded in that earth sign and current. Up to date, totally with it. Not in the past, not in the future. That's it, right? So the forward momentum is greatly enhanced by the 2 planets that begin and end at Uranus and Mercury being literally shifting directions within 1 degree of Taurus, 14 and 15 degrees. Really amazing. And so just know that there's going to be a lot focused in your life on being accepting, being full of acceptance of what shows up, and being neutral as it shows up. So the acceptance itself is a big step, right? Not resisting it, not ignoring it, not sweeping it under the rug. And then once you are attuned to what is current and being made present in your life as a gift, to stay neutral, right? To not get personal, not take it personally. There will be many revelations during this time, and they will lead to a deeper understanding, which is the awakening. So when Mercury stations retrograde on April 21st, being the first planet to do so after this 3-month period, it is 1 day after the equinox, It is exactly 3 months after the 1 degree Aquarius new moon on the 21st of January, so 2121. It's our 21st century number, the century of truth. The truth shall set you free. And it's amazing because at 15 degrees Taurus is when the shift happens. Mercury stations retrograde. 15 is the spiritual alchemist. It's my favorite number in numerology. The spiritual alchemist is the magician who alchemizes energy through love and joy. It is a number that reduces to 6, a number of love, responsibility, and abundance. And it is truly about gratitude and feeling filled with unlimited potential to create magic in your life. The spiritual alchemist. It is right in the middle of Taurus, 15 degrees Taurus. And it really indicates that the time has come to feel pleasure, abundance, love in your life. So, I know you're going to enjoy these next 3 months, and leave some comments on how it goes for you. And also discover your own star code. You have numbers. You have degree numbers in your astrology. You have numbers in your birthday, in your birth certificate name that describe your life purpose, your destiny. And you can explore all of that in a free masterclass at starcodeclass.com. This class was the first class I created, and it really is about looking at your divine blueprint, discovering the magic in your birthday and your birth certificate name and your astrology birth chart. And there's a handout as well. It's a lot of fun. So I really hope you enjoy that free masterclass. Discover your divine blueprint at starcodeclass.com. Now, I wish you a beautiful end of January and next 3 months, and look forward to connecting with you again in next week's Star Codes podcast. Lots of love.